Hi there, Stan the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent, licensed in all 50 states and Puerto Rico. The question of the day is a weird one, kind of. Should I buy a variable annuity for retirement? I'm the only one on the planet to really sincerely and factually answer that question, and I'll do that after this. So should you buy a variable annuity for retirement? Full disclosure, I don't sell variable annuities. I don't want to get licensed to sell variable annuities. They hold no value to me because I only look at annuities for the contractual guarantees of the policy. You own an annuity for what it will do, not what it might do. Now, I used to look at those when I was with Morgan Stanley, Dean Witter, paying Weber, UBS. And variable annuities were put on the planet in 1954 by TIAA-CREF at the time. Now it's just TIAA, great company. But in essence, a variable annuity is a bunch of mutual funds with an insurance wrapper. Bottom line, you can attach all kinds of riders to it. But the average fee, the last time I checked for variable annuities, is 3% annually for the life of the policy. So, do they have their place in a non-IRA environment for tax-deferred growth? In the past, I thought so because there were some very, very good no-load variable annuities, meaning agents couldn't sell them, they weren't charging you a fee, there was 100% liquidity, and you still got the tax-deferred growth in a non-IRA setting. One of the reasons I don't sell them is that that's really not available anymore in a good form. There were some really good products back in the day that were lots of good choices with mutual funds. They call them, for whatever reason, they call them separate accounts with variable annuities, but I don't have that license because I don't do non-guaranteed stuff, and variable annuities are non-guarantees. My opinion, listen to me, my opinion, if you're going to buy mutual funds, go buy mutual funds. You don't need an insurance wrapper charging you 3% annually for the right to do that. My opinion, the variable annuity side is kind of a dying side, dying in the business. It's been replaced by the registered index-linked annuity, which is a fancy version of an index annuity, and I don't sell that either. Because, again, non-guaranteed. So the question is, should I buy a variable annuity for retirement? The better question is, what are you trying to achieve in retirement? What is your goal in retirement? What's the goal of the asset, the money? I ask that all the time. Two questions. What do you want the money to contractually do? When do you want those contractual guarantees to start? If you said, I really want really good market growth, then don't buy an annuity. And that includes a variable annuity, my opinion. It also includes a RILA, my opinion. It also includes an indexed annuity, my opinion. But indexed annuities are fixed annuities. We sell those, but only when income riders are attached to them at the time of this taping. That's how we use them. Income riders are the contractual guarantees for lifetime income that rides on top of the policy. I think a bigger question, it's not the question of should you buy a variable annuity, and by the way, don't ask anybody that question except me because they'll be like, yeah, I think you should. I got one right over here. Or no, you shouldn't buy that, but you can buy this one. I mean, don't ask that. Don't ask that. You're buying contractual guarantees. You're buying what the policy will do, not what it might do. So understand what you're trying to solve for. Don't ask that question about any product. You know, should I buy an index annuity for retirement? Should I buy a RILA for retirement? Should I buy a variable annuity for retirement? Should I buy a MIGA for retirement? Should I buy a SPIA for retirement? Don't ask any of that. That's crap. What do you want the money to do? What's the goal of the asset? Don't just say reasonable rate of return. If you say that, you're dumb, okay? You're not thinking. You're smarter than that. What's reasonable rate of return? I talked to a guy the other day. He thought reasonable rate of return was 10 to 13% annually. Hey, that's a reflection of, at the time of this taping, being in a raging bull market that makes no sense. It's also a reflection of not getting it, not understanding it. If hedge funds and private equity and money managers got 10 to 13% every year, year after year after year after year, went up, down, and up markets and down markets, there would be statues built for these people. Don't confuse a bull market with genius. Yes, you can quote me on that. Any monkey idiot can throw a dart at it right now. Come on. It's not should I buy a variable annuity for retirement, it's should I buy an annuity for retirement? Do you really need an annuity for retirement? Annuities solve for four things. The acronym is PIL. P stands for principal protection. I stands for income for life. L stands for legacy. The other L stands for long-term care. There's no G for growth. There's no M for market. There's no V for variable. There's no R for registered. There's no E for equity. It solves for those things. You're transferring the risk for the company to protect the principal. You're transferring the risk for the life insurance company that issues the annuity to provide lifetime income that you can never outlive. It's going to pay as long as you're breathing. You're transferring the risk for legacy if you can't qualify for life insurance. You're transferring the risk for long-term care that can be issued whether you're healthy or not through annuities. You're transferring the risk. Should I buy an annuity in retirement? Forget variable. Should I buy an annuity in retirement? Do you want to transfer risk, yes or no? If you don't, that's fine. Shoulder the risk and go play. Go play in the markets and go do your thing. But if you want to transfer the risk, if you want to get those guarantees, if you want to build that income floor with lifetime income products in conjunction with the ones you already own, Social Security, hello. Best inflation annuity on the planet, pension, hello. That's an annuity as well if you're so fortunate to have one. That's the question. Don't be product specific. Be specific about your goal. If you ask a product specific question, some sociopath, agent, and advisor is going to sell it to you. They're not going to listen. They're just going to say, well, he wants a variable annuity. I guess we got to sell him one. Not even thinking if it's suitable or not, or if it's appropriate, or if from a fiduciary standpoint, fiduciary, does it make sense? This is important, okay? The reason I do these videos is to thwart, T-H-W-A-R-T, look it up, thwart all of the crap pitches that are out there, all of the crap misinformation and non-guaranteed proposals that are going on out there. My question to you is, if you're considering a variable annuity, are you okay with starting the year out every single year on the mutual fund account at -3 or -2, whatever the fees are? Are you? So you get 9% return, that means you net 6? Really? You happy with that? Why wouldn't you just go buy no-load mutual funds somewhere and don't have any restrictions? These type of packaged products sound really, really good. And when variable annuities came out in '54, I wasn't around then. I was -8 years old. Did you get that, Dr. V? -8? Okay, I was -8 years old. I was a twinkle in my parents' thought, maybe. That's disgusting. What am I even talking about? But the point is, it kind of made sense because it was a tax-deferred growth and a non-qualified account, and the fees, it wasn't so fee-laden back then, okay? So the question isn't, should I buy a variable annuity for retirement? The question is, should you buy an annuity for retirement? And the follow-up is, what's your goal? Do me a favor, go to my site, theannuityman.com. You can run quotes, you can download our owner's manuals, you can get to me, Stan at theannuityman.com. If you choose a contractual guaranteed transfer risk strategy, my team can take you across the finish line, start to finish with all the paperwork. We are the top people out here doing that, and everybody in my office, headquarters in Las Vegas, is licensed in all 50 states because they have to be to legally talk to you. Anyone else that's not licensed in all 50 states that's talking to you, it's illegal, okay? We're going to clean that up too. So, that's how we do it. One last thing, above my head, I did a video on why people hate annuities, why people still hate annuities. Part of the reason is most agents and advisors are hammers looking for nails. They're not listening. They're not using ears and mouth in proportion. We do. My team is incentivized by you being happy, by the paperwork getting done quickly. It's not commission, okay? They're not on commission. I still run the company. You can get to me one-on-one if you want to, but watch that video. You get a kick because I do have some solutions if the industry would listen to me. Of course, they're not going to, but they will eventually because I'm going to force them to. All right? My name is Stan, the Annuity Man. See you next time.